back to Urban Sprawl, everyone. I hope you are well wherever you are in the world and enjoying life to its fullest. Today I've got a little project that I have just in the last couple of seconds decided on. Let's have a look. So a couple of episodes ago we built all these little houses and we've got this nice flat area here for workstations for villagers. I've started putting some in and the villagers are connecting to them really well and trying to get them down away from the church basically, because there's so many iron golems and villagers standing around up at the church. Lots and lots of golems, lots and lots of villagers. So the idea was to get them down off the hill. And then I started thinking about what could be done around here. So we do have this lovely big flat area. I am thinking of putting more workstations, maybe a little work house or a little hut that has got some more workstations in, just so it's not a complete open area with little workstations just dotted around, just to make more of a working environment. And then we've got this little area here, and then we've got this nice area here. So I've got two ideas. One is in this area, which is at the back of the church and near the cemetery. This little nook of a flat land I thought might be nice for a groundsman or a groundskeeper. So you see it in a lot of murder mysteries when there's something happen at the cemetery, and they always look for the groundskeeper. I can't think what they're called, but it'll be like a little rundown shack, little rundown hut or cottage that's really creepy, and the locals know what it is, but all the kids are a little bit scared to go anywhere near it. That sort of building. So that's going to go here. And then, like I said, I want to put a building here, not a four-walled building, maybe something with 3 walls, or maybe even 2, because there's a lovely view out here. So some sort of structure here to enclose a space to put more workstations, because these are pretty random. I've just dotted them around the place in any spot that I thought looked good, and it does look a little bit messy. So I want to organise this area. I want to put a building here to make an official work area, and then that creepy groundsman hut up here. So that's my 2 ideas, but I want to do it differently. I haven't done a test build in my test world. I thought I want to do it cold. I want to make it up as I go and see what sort of results I can get. So going creepy, run down old little cottage that the groundsman or the groundskeeper can live in. So let's get started. So I've just come back to the wool shed to get some shulker boxes of resources, and I even decided to grab random shulker boxes. I had a quick look inside them, didn't analyse them too much, but I've picked up a couple of shulker boxes with random blocks in from different builds, and I'm going to try and utilise them. So here we are back at the build site, and I think is it a caretaker? Is that the name of the person who looks after the church and the grounds and the cemetery? I think it's a caretaker. So this is going to be the caretaker's residence. So I've got my bed, I've got my exploring box that I've always got on me, and we've got whatever resources are in these shulker boxes. So this one's got lots of wood, this one's got some bricks and some granite and some diorite. It's got a couple of green banners that might look nice. We've got some plant life, some leaves, lots of stone and cobble deep slate. I don't know why I brought this one. I think because it had all these dark blocks in it. The beds. Well, we will need a bed, I guess, but I'm thinking the dark blocks would be good for a roof to make it look really eerie. And then I thought I'd get a box of cobblestone because I'm guessing that's going to be our main building block. So, sorry, horsey, I think you're going to have to move. Thank you. So it's not a very big space, is it? And I don't want to cut the trees down. I want this building to look like it's just been shoved in amongst all this vegetation and the land formation. So we've got an angle here. We've got a bit of an area out here. I'm guessing maybe the person... Oh, horse, move. I'm guessing the person would go up through here to go to work. Maybe go up that side of that retaining wall. So we might put a little staircase in here. So we've got a weird shape. So we've got a nice big space here, and then it goes narrow, and then there's another nice big space. So we might do something like maybe like this. Because it's supposed to be like almost like a lean-to. Something like that. That looks like it's been plonked and then shuffled in amongst all the vegetation. This tree might need to be trimmed back, but that looks all right. This might be a bedroom, and then we might have a bit of a kitchen. Might have a bit of a kitchen, and this area could be a bit of storage. So I'm guessing when we put a floor in, it will probably be textured. So we'll probably want a couple of different blocks. So I'm thinking that. So let's get this house started. So there's the floor. I think that comes across as being well worn and patched up. We've got quite a few different textures in there. That's rather nice. Now we're just going to do the walls. So I'm guessing the walls will be a very similar resource as the floor, but I don't want it to be all the same. So we might put some wood in it. We don't have a lot of... We've got 3 types of wood here, basically. We've got the birch, the oak, and a tiny little bit of spruce. That should be nice if we mix some wood into the stone. So let's have a go at doing some walls. the walls have just gone up. And as you can see, it is very, very cramped. I'm finding it quite hard to get an angle to show you guys. I guess inside's probably better. So we've got two different sections. Thinking that this caretaker probably isn't the first caretaker. So this tiny little rectangle here may have been the original building. And as people have moved in, it's been added onto and added onto. So this wooden area might be the most recent. And we've got nice tall walls to match the tall ceiling of the church. Got some nice windows giving us a lovely view. And the cobblestone or the mishmash floor goes all the way through. So we've got the walls up. And out the side here, I thought the caretaker probably needs somewhere to keep equipment. So his lawnmower and his pruning snippers, all those sorts of things. So I am going to put a little room on the side here that's just walls and a roof. So we'll have a couple of chests and some storage there, and that's going to give the roof a nice angle to come down. And then I decided I had some leftover wall posts, so we've got one there and a couple around the other side, just to give the roof an interesting shape when it comes off the building. But what I need to decide is it going to have a peaked roof or is it going to be flat? And I'm thinking maybe a peaked roof. And then I was thinking, why not give it another story? So we could, maybe this wooden area could have another story built onto it. So that might go up another floor. So we could have maybe a kitchen and somewhere to have a chair. And this could be maybe a workroom, and then the bedroom could be upstairs. So we could do that. Just added the caretaker sign, and I've added a couple of green banners on the outside of the building. Now we've just got those final touches that make a building finished. So we've got grey stained glass and black stained glass to match that real monotone colour scheme that we're going with. So we'll put glass in all the windows, and then we're almost finished. Oh, it's very, very dark in here. There we go. I think that's all the ground floor windows. We've got a couple of small windows upstairs. And get rid of that dirt. There we go. Couple of smaller windows upstairs. Now we can start lighting this place up. Make sure oogly booglies, oops, don't start spawning in here. One there. And here we might need the chain. So I had just enough iron in my boxes to make one chain. There we go. So yes, it is a very, very mishmash of a building, but I think it serves what we're going for really, really nicely. Now, a bed. I was thinking of putting the bed upstairs, but the villagers won't connect to it. So I'm going to put a couple of beds down on the ground floor. Where were my beds? There. And I guess the room upstairs can be the workroom. And maybe a bed there. There we go. So we've got 2 beds in here for a caretaker and his apprentice, maybe. And upstairs could be the workroom. Here's a little kitchen. So we might need to put a smoker in. Okay, so we can put the smoker here. And I was thinking of having a chimney go up and through the roof. So if we get our cobble, just want to make it different. That's the outside wall, so I can't get rid of that. Does that look like a chimney? So we've got the chimney on the inside. Now we just need to make a fire, a campfire. Do we have any coal? No, we don't. No matter what you build, you will always have a villager try and find their way up onto it. I'm guessing he climbed up through the trees. There must be a way up through the trees. I think I did make a path to get up myself, but I was hoping a villager wouldn't find it. Anyway, I've made some campfires and some trapdoors while I was over in the wool shed. So now we can connect it to that chimney. Oh, I was one off. There we go. And we can build that up with... Can you move, please? Don't stand there looking at me. Move. You're standing in exactly the spot that I'm wanting to put a block down. Please move. Come on, I'm sure you've got plenty of friends around the place you could go and talk to. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Why? What is it about that spot that he likes? Oh. Come on, move. Squish. Oh, he's not wanting to move. That's so annoying. Okay, I'm going to make the chimney over him and then we'll come and fill it in when he's finally moved. So how tall do you think this chimney should be? I reckon it should be maybe the same height as this roof. So a couple more blocks. How does that look? No, I think 1 or 2 more blocks. I think go higher than that roof. Okay, and then campfire. And then we've put the trapdoors. He is still there. There we go. One chimney. Oh my goodness. Mate, you are standing in the chimney. In the chimney. You look weird, mate. Okay, I'm going to go and do something else. And while I'm doing it, hopefully he finds his way out of the chimney stack. I've got a couple of extra trapdoors, so I was thinking maybe somewhere just to break up all the stone. Maybe that sort of thing. And I was hoping to put one up there as well. And I reckon one there, just to give it a bit more difference. I did make some more chains and I got some more lanterns because I only had 3 with the iron that I had in my shulker boxes, and I want to put a lantern there and one in here, his little workroom. And I think inside could do with some more as well. So that lantern is very high. I think I might bring that down a little bit. Maybe there. Yes, that looks better. It looks really strange looking up and seeing a villager in the wall. Maybe if I put that like that, is that going to make the roof look weird? I might have to put another. I put. Can I get up there? There we go. So you can't see the villager anymore, but he's still there. And I think the rest of this little house was lit up quite nicely. So we've got one villager finding a bed, which means someone's in my bed. Now we need to make some storage for our caretaker. So I'm thinking maybe some trapdoor shelves, if that will work, and some chests. And I might even make a barrel so we can get a fisherman up here as well. So in here, let's put a barrel and a chest. There we go, there's our fisherman. And some shelves. Yeah, I don't think our shelves need that gate. We'll just do that. So he's got some shelves to put different tools on. There we go. So he's got some storage. Now, I think this is very nearly finished. Although I might light this up a little bit more around the... Oh, that's a dead end. And a torch there. Maybe one there. That's above our head height. There we go. Now, I think the building itself is finished. I think I just need to pack up all my shulker boxes so we can have a proper look at this building. There we go. I've just cleared out all my shulkers. Now we can finish this building off a little bit more. So just wondering whether he would have a path. Maybe a really broken path. Whoops. You can't get up there. So we'll let the grass grow back on that block. I can't remember where our path was. So he'll have to come down through the trees. Here it is. And then he'd work his way up alongside this wall. And then I think I might just let it peter out because I like this grass here and I don't particularly want to break it up with too much path. So this is the caretaker's path. When he's out doing his work, he can find his way up to the church and the graveyard. And when he's finished for the day, he can follow this path back down to his little house. So he's got a bit of a kitchen and a bedroom, workroom up the top. And it is very, very makeshift. And it's had additions added onto it. Very nice. And I really, really like the way... He's still there. Oh, my goodness. I really, really like the way this building is situated in amongst the trees. Especially this nice big tall oak tree here and the one on this side. It balances up this building quite nicely. And I really do like the irregularity of the roof that the different add-ons have created. And I think it does have that eerie look, although I might swap some of the cobblestone out for a different block. I think that stands out a bit too much. So I think we've achieved what we came to do. We've created a little makeshift old cottage for the caretaker, and it's got quite a dark, eerie vibe about it. But the villager standing in the chimney stack sort of detracts from that eeriness. I don't want to wall him in. That will make it really, really eerie. But I like it. Just a quick little build, and it was completely freehand, I guess you could say, building it and making it up as we went with some resources from some random shulker boxes. So there you go. So there you have it. The caretaker's residence, situated behind the cathedral on the hillside. And it's the first building around this side of that hill. So very exciting. We can start spreading out down this area. So that's it for the episode. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you've just found the channel. I'm No Spring Chicken. This is Urban Sprawl. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Bye. And how am I going to get him out of there?